Minister Aaron Motsoaledi has this morning given an update on the release of the white paper draft, and this follows Cabinet's approval for public comment. The draft publication on citizenship, immigration and refugee protection aims to provide a framework to give the granting of residencies and citizenship to foreign nationals. eNCA reporter Heidi Giokos is tracking that story and joins us live. Good afternoon to you, Heidi, and thank you for joining us. Just give us the salient points that came out of the minister's briefing this morning.
Yes, Cindy, quite an important one given the backlash and perhaps the criticism that the Department of Home Affairs, together with government and Parliament, have not acted quick enough in terms of really getting to the bottom of immigration and the protection of refugees. We do know that there's a massive crisis in this country when it comes to illegal foreigners, walking in and out of the country as they please, and the minister really saying that this white paper is going to try and finalize policies and acts in terms of really dealing with this. So we do know that the white paper has been gazetted, and they are going to accept public comment in terms of this particular white paper, and then of course it will be taken to Parliament for its finalization of it becoming a policy and an act in this particular country. How this is going to change and how this is going to better South Africa in terms of those wanting to come into the country for asylum or refugee purposes, but also in terms of making sure that we do have those critical skills that might not be in the country, and we might be able to get it from others that want to work in this country. The minister speaking about how this has taken too long, how the current system is just not working, and there needs to be a complete overhaul in terms of what is done with immigration and refugee protection. But let's listen to the minister on where this white paper is and how it's going to change the landscape in the country.
Many foreign nationals come to South Africa and stay in the country illegally. No one can account for all the undocumented migrants. The Department of Home Affairs has no idea as to how many illegal migrants are in South Africa. And we are asked this question time and again, and we have responded many times that we do not know because there is no mechanism of knowing. There are those people who believe that South Africa knows. It doesn't. It doesn't. And I've checked this many times with the Statistician General, especially after the recent statistics has been released. It doesn't. The Statistician General said, I can even quote him, that they don't investigate or assess people's nationalities when they do stats.
Heidi, Minister also highlighted some of the measures that Home Affairs would be putting in place just in dealing with the number of applications, particularly for residency, asylum seekers, even for travel and business visas. What else came out, Heidi?
Yes, so Cindy, I think the big concern here is that there have been reports that about 60% of visa applications over the past couple of years have been rejected and not accepted by the Department of Home Affairs. The minister did not want to divulge too much about what is being done and how the department is going to address this, as he will be on Professor JJ Tabane's show tomorrow night on eNCA at 8 p.m. and he says a lot more information is going to come out about this. But you do have concerns around the lack of investment in this country because of visa applications not being accepted. The president of this country, President Cyril Ramaphosa, has spoken about the serious skill shortage in this country and how this needs to be urgently addressed to also bring in that economic growth, that job creation, and how, skill shortages is really hampering economic growth in this country and how that needs to be urgently addressed. The minister is saying that it is not true that 60% of these visa applications have been rejected. It might be because they don't qualify or because there have been certain errors or whatever the case might be for the rejection of these visa applications. The minister is saying that they are working tirelessly, but there are a number of errors and there are a number of issues that need to, of course, be addressed. Not forgetting and not excluding the fact that we have porous borders and things are happening at our borders that should not be happening. The Minister speaking about the new system that has been put in place at our borders and how that urgently needs to kick in to address the movement of illegal immigrants in and out of the country. It cannot be, Cindy, that we have between 15,000 to 20,000 illegal immigrants moving in and out of the country, and then when they are arrested or when they are caught in the country, they have to be deported, and that comes at a huge cost to the South African government. So there are many issues here, but the Minister is saying they're doing their very best, and I do think that he is really banking on this white paper and the finalization of this white paper policy to deal with all of this and to try and ensure that whoever is in the country, be it for whatever reason, be it because you left your country because there was violence, you're trying to seek refuge here in South Africa, or you want to come for economic opportunity, tourism, whatever the case might be, why you want to be in South Africa, it needs to be on a legal basis. Let's listen to some of the measures that will possibly be put in place.
If you look at the laws that we've passed since the advent of democracy, the Citizenship Act in 1995, the Refugee Act in 1998, and the Immigration Act in 2002. We passed them as separate entities without any overarching policy. Does not exist, the issue policy on the whole of migration in the country. And after the acts were passed, a lot of mistakes started being picked up. And I gave a good example about the Immigration Act. It was amended 4 or 5 times immediately after being passed. Piecemeal arrangement and all that. Then comes the courts. If you look at all the rulings of the courts, and we studied 47 of them, they are all not in the interest of the state. But we also looked at the 1951 convention, which countries started ratifying. We only ratified it in 1996. But when we check, we realize we did not ratify it in the manner in which other countries did. They made use of provisions of exceptions and reservations. We never did so. Then we realized, oh, we need to change all these things. They are the root cause of all the problems we are having.
As eNCA reporter Heidi Giokos giving us an update of the Minister's address earlier on regarding